And now we want to talk about an entrepreneur who is spanning across East Africa. Joining me in studio is Elma, it's a very difficult name, Nuba Elamin.
Yes.
Welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
And just tell us, you're in the shoe industry, and it's a market that is believed to be perhaps saturated. And how are you making it in this market?
We have very unique shoes. We do Ankara print shoes, and that's not as common in the market, especially heels, and we only focus on heels. So I think that sets us apart from a lot of people who are doing shoes, and that's why we're able to penetrate the market and get a lot of interest. Yes.
And just tell us your story. How did you start? You are Ugandan, yes. Ogambachi?
Ndiaho.
So looking at your success journey, what made you go into this kind of business?
I have two other partners, so it's not only my success journey, and we're still working on it. But I think it started out as we had come to Kenya looking for job opportunities, and we all know the challenges of finding jobs internationally everywhere.
Yeah.
So we got a bit frustrated. One day we sat down and we thought, we cannot sit here looking for jobs. Let's try and do something for ourselves. Brainstormed a little bit over breakfast, and we found a gap in the shoe business, and we thought, why not? There are a lot of people who are doing shoes, but there are not a lot of people who are doing quality African print shoes. So we saw this gap, and we decided that it's something that we could do. And this was about a year ago, and here we are right now.
Ah, yeah. Interesting. So looking at since you started and now, how has it been in terms of, have you been making profits? Is the market growing?
There's a huge market for shoes. I mean, women, we love shoes, and we are a huge population, not only in Kenya, but globally. So there's a big market for the shoes, and it's been a challenge, but nothing that cannot be overcome. I mean, there are a lot of challenges when you're starting a business. Are we making profit? We're making progress. There's no business that starts and you immediately make profit. We started sales about 6 months ago. So it's a journey. It's growing slowly, but we're getting there. We have a vision and a goal. So in a few years, yeah.
My colleague Edith Kimani was asking regarding the shoes, where can the ladies get them, and how durable are they?
They're very durable. Our shoes are manufactured in a factory, so they're properly made. Quality control, we make sure that they're good quality shoes. You can find them we're at Kungara, Kenya, in Karen, at Lavington Green Mall, at SK Collections. We're also in Uganda at a store called Bold in Kisementi. And we're recently opened up in Cape Town at a store called Meme. So we don't have our own stores, but we distribute to different stores. Yeah.
And still regarding how people can get them, do you sell them online as well?
We have an online shop actually launching this week, but people have been able to go online, look at our catalog, give us a phone call, and we deliver in 3 days anywhere in the world. In Nairobi, shorter time. But this week we're going to have an online store.
And speaking about the shoe business, a number of people in various kinds of other businesses have this constant challenge of the cost of production. How do you manage to go around this?
We still haven't managed to go around it. It's very challenging. As I said, we get all our material locally sourced, but we have to we use a manufacturing company in Asia. So the challenge, there's a huge challenge getting the shoes back here with all the shipping costs, taxes. But the vision is to actually have a manufacturing factory in Kenya that produces a diverse range of high heel shoes. So we're looking for that, and hopefully in the next few years we can have that done. Then it will cut a lot of those costs.
And other than shoes, are you looking forward to venturing in a separate line of business, or you're doing the shoes for now?
Manufacturing factory is one of the lines we're going to go into, trying to have a factory that produces good quality and a range of heels. But for now, we're focusing on the heels. Yeah.
And are you supplying your shoes to other markets outside Africa?
We definitely are. We have actually an event coming up this weekend in New York where we're going to be having our shoes at the Afri pop-up shop in Brooklyn. And we are definitely trying to get into the international market. Yeah.
Still, looking at how you've grown over time, what would be your message to a young entrepreneur who has just started off and maybe things are not working out really as they had hoped?
Perseverance. Like, there's so many challenges when you're starting a business, but you just have to keep pushing. And it's how you take on the challenges that's going to break or make you and also your business. So I would say that network, meet people as much as possible, get advice. There's so many entrepreneurs in Africa who are doing amazing things. So just talking to people and keep at it. If you're passionate and you have the drive, I believe nothing is impossible, for sure.
And talking about your supply chain, how easy is it to bring in shoes from Uganda to Kenya?
We actually take shoes from Kenya to Uganda, but it's not as hard. There are ways you can do it. There are a lot of really good courier services in East Africa. So yeah, you can use there are a lot of courier services, and it's not
I want us now to go deeper into the interview by looking at the design of the shoe. I hope our camera guys can get a shot of it. And just tell us more about the design around this, what it takes to actually design it, how long does it take, and what are some of the different designs you have?
So we've started out with 8 different styles. This is one of our styles. It's called the Atamba. All the shoes are named after strong African women that inspire us. Our first collection is the Kwanzaa collection, and it's named after family members. These women have supported us throughout our journey, so we decided to kind of say thank you and name shoes after them. So we take this has the African print fabric on the back. They're all very different. Some are completely covered with the fabric. We have our creative designer, our other partner, who creatively comes up with the concept, sketches the shoes. We get the material from here. We have very colorful material. We're inspired by the continent, bright colors, reds and greens. We're inspired by women, so that really goes into the brand and the collection. So yeah, so we came up with the Kwanzaa collection. We have eight styles and about 28 different designs right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so for a guy, we are heading into Christmas, and I might find myself in a shoe shop.
A lot of guys do.
So what should I really look out for when buying a shoe for a lady? Quality
of the shoe. The heel is important. You have to know what your lady likes as well. It's very important. Some ladies like the thick heel like this one. It's very comfortable. Some people like the thinner heel. Yeah, comfort for sure. Color. I am a color person. I like poppy colors. And it also depends, does she wear heels to work mostly? Does she wear heels to go out? Yeah.
And also, still on the particular brands you're doing, are you considering bringing on men's shoes as well?
Probably in the next few years. I think for now, we're going to focus on heels. We are focusing on heels. There's a gap in the market for good quality Ankara print heels. So we definitely, but I'm sure that if there's a demand, then definitely we'll be able to meet that demand.
Interesting. And maybe as we wind up, what does the future look like for you guys?
The future is bright. I mean, we're looking to expand to different markets. We're looking to expand to West Africa, Nigeria. We're looking at Tanzania, and also hopefully internationally the US and Europe. and really perfect our brand. You know, we're not only about selling shoes. We're representing a continent, we're representing a culture and a lifestyle. We are proud of the women, the backbone of our community. So the future is very bright. We have a lot to tell. Yeah.
Indeed. Wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Hoping to get 1 or 2 pairs.
Please do. Please
well, we've been speaking to Nuba Elamin, the founder and director of Bukisi Rooks Collection. It's a Ugandan-based company, but with a presence in Kenya. And you should try them out and see what they have for you. Well, that brings us to the end of our Business Chat segment. I've been your host, Abi Agina.